welcome to the latest episode of the STB Podcast. I got my guy, long time in the making, two-time first-team All-SEC, consensus All-American 2023, first-team All-American 2024, and soon-to-be NFL draft pick Malaki Starks from the University of Georgia. Appreciate you coming on the STB Podcast, Malaki.
I appreciate you, man. Let's get into it.
All right, awesome. So Malaki, I've gotten to know you over the past year,
Mhm.
and you are without a doubt kind of one of the brightest young men that I've seen just in some of your decision making. I thought you'd be great for this. Really, what our goal is with athletes, especially you guys, is education, storytelling, and really talking about securing the bag and NIL and all of those different types of things. Before
Right.
we get into that, though, you have an interesting kind of journey. Tell a little bit about like your background, where you're from, and then kind of how you ended up going to Georgia.
Yeah. I grew up in Jefferson, Georgia, which a lot of people don't know where that's at. Very, very small town. Everybody knows everybody type deal, which is it's actually about 20-30 minutes from Athens. And I grew up in Athens a little bit. My brother lived in Athens for a while, and like all every time I wanted to go get a haircut, I went to Athens. My uncle cut here in Athens. So like I kind of grew up in Athens. And I was a fan here and there. Like when Todd Gurley was there, I was a huge family, huge Todd Gurley fan. But no, it was great, man. I grew up, bounced around a lot, house to house. Lost somebody really close to me when I was little, which is the reason why I wear 24. He switched to 24 because of me, and then when he passed away, I switched back to 24, and I've just been wearing it ever since. So
Mhm.
that's kind of a big thing to me. Very close family, very, very close, very important, very religious family. Was always in church, and we just always grew up doing the same thing, always together. Very competitive. We'd be outside at 12 o'clock at night, me and my sister playing basketball. I lose, let's go again. Like it's just very close, and it's been special. I got in high school my freshman year. I ended up going into my freshman year that summer. I broke my tibia in a basketball game.
Mhm.
Um, so that rehab was a lot. So I missed my whole freshman year of football. Came back really early for basketball. Probably should have sat out, and I came back for track as well. I came back for basketball probably because basketball is like my first love. Like basketball is the first sport I ever like fell in love with.
Yeah,
And
so I'm gonna stop you right there because I think that's really interesting, right? You're one of the top safeties in the draft, but basketball is there was a long time where you thought basketball was your future. Tell us a little bit about that. Like when did you start playing and how did football come into the picture?
yeah, I started playing football when I was 5. I started playing basketball when I was 5, but like I was playing like I always had a ball in my hand like when I was like 4. Like basketball was always basketball. We had like a mini hoop or whatever. And like grew up with my family. My mom played basketball. My dad played basketball. My sister played basketball. My brother played basketball. Everybody played basketball. And like it's hard like and it's funny because like whenever you're bored or whatever, and there's like two people in the house and like y'all want to go do something, it's hard to go like play football because like you need at least like 3-on-3 or a 7-on-7 for it to be
Yeah, yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Like basketball is just 1-on-1, like and like you don't all you need is a ball and a hoop. Like you can make a hoop if you don't have one. So like we would always go play basketball. Like literally, like we would always be at the court. And my sister was really good at basketball. She was really good at basketball, and I wanted to be better than her at everything. So like once I saw her like really good at basketball, I was like, okay, like I need to tighten up. I need to tighten up. So
Yeah.
I kind of just fell in love with it. And it was kind of like basketball's like my thing. Like when I was tired or like when I was, just wanted to get away or whatever, take a step out away from everything, whatever the case was, like it was basketball. Like even like in high school, like when I was starting to get back and like I was like still struggling for my leg, like I would just go to the gym and just shoot. I would stand in one spot and just shoot the whole time. Like I wouldn't even move. Like and it was like it was outlet, and then like football became the outlet for me at the same time. Like as I was going through being in love with basketball, football kind of came up, and like I was really nice, but like it was just something that I was doing because like I was good at it. And then like as I got older, because I had anger issues when I was a kid too. So like football is just like always kind of like that outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but basketball was always first, and then like it got to a point, maybe like maybe like in the middle school, where it's like football, like I felt it like football coming up, and then I stopped playing basketball my sophomore year, my sophomore or junior year, I can't remember. But then I just decided to focus on football, and that's when football became my outlet. But like still to this day, like if I like want to go get away from something, like I'll go pick up a basketball and go shoot. Like
Yeah, yeah.
basketball is still like my thing, but football is first now.
Okay, I got you. And that switch happened in high school.
Yeah, I realized like I love basketball, but I also I'm not 6'6", and I
Yeah,
realized it wasn't really gonna work out. So I was like, you know what? I love it, but I think I'm better at the football thing.
yeah, yeah. And favorite basketball player?
I'm a Jordan fan, and people always, you didn't watch him play, blah 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 blah. You don't know nothing about whatever. Like like I don't really have like a favorite player. I mean, Jordan's my favorite player, but
Mm-hmm.
like if you ask me right now who's my favorite player playing, I don't have one because I'm just a fan of the game. Like
Mm-hmm.
same thing with football. I'm just like a fan of a really good ball, and I
Yeah,
think when I look at it from my perspective, and it's a perspective thing, so people can argue or whatever, but it's just what they think. I think that he changed the game of basketball in a different way than it's been played, and I think that's what makes him who he is. And people argue, but that's my point of
hey, you see this lets me know there's hope for the youth. They
view.
talk about your generation being lost, right? Malaki Starks is you need to be the leader, the voice of this generation, because I'm telling you, right? This is not a knock against LeBron, but it is MJ. You
Exactly.
don't need to see greatness to understand. And as someone who is an old head, as they say, I 100% agree. He was just different, right? Like
Yeah.
it was different. It was different. So I
Right.
appreciate that. So you said when you were younger, and this caught me because I didn't know this. You said you were a little bit of a hothead, had some anger.
Yeah.
Tell because I can't, right? You are so kind of well mannered in terms of like and cerebral and you
Mm-hmm.
seem to think a ton before you act. So it's hard for
Mm-hmm.
me to picture that. Tell me a little bit about that and what helped you kind of grow out of that or manage your emotions better.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, I don't know, because like, it had nothing to really do with like my parents are amazing. I love them to death. Like they gave me like the best they could do. They did it for me, and like that was more than enough for me.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. It's something like clicked in me, and I was just like angry, like all the
Mhm.
time. Like I was angry, like I wanted to like hit stuff or whatever, blah blah blah. Like I was just angry, and then it's just like I don't know. Like I switched. Like started playing football. In the first year, I hated it. Like I hated football. Like
Mhm.
I thought I was gonna be done. Like after that first year, I told my parents, like, I don't want to do this ever again. Like don't sign me up. Like don't
Mhm.
convince me, take my pads away, whatever. And then I went out and I was like, I'm just gonna give it another chance. And then like I realized like because I was still like it was still in that phase where I was like angry. Um
Mhm.
and it just like kind of clicked. Like football taught me so much about like myself. Like even at a young age, it taught me like so much about like life and myself that like I used it as like therapy, like as an outlet for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Um that led me to like not be like as angry or have anger issues. Now I still get mad here and there. I'm a human. It's just gonna happen. But like it's nothing like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool. Like I'm like very chill. Cause like I think those lessons that I learned when I was little, like bouncing from house to house, losing my the closest person to me, like just those lessons, and then like just football in general, just teaching me so much about like
Mhm.
life in general. I think like that really helped me like tap into something that I knew it was in me, but I just couldn't get it out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. And that's, I mean, that's at such a young age. So you mentioned loss. What, and you can go as deep or as little into this as
Mhm.
you have, but you've mentioned a couple times. Who did you lose and how does that, I mean, you say you weigh 24 because
Yeah,
of them. What, how did that kind of shape you and how do you carry their memory with you today?
yeah. So I lost my like I said, I started playing football when I was 5.
Mhm.
That's my cousin. Like he was like the closest person to me on earth. Like
Mhm.
I call him my brother because he was.
Yeah.
I was 7, he was 9. And the day before he died of a homicidal suicide. So like, and the day before he was at my house, like my uncle and everybody was like at my house. We were playing around, we was outside playing football, whatever. Um, and I was supposed to go spend the night with him. Like that night, I was supposed to go spend the night because we were going to like to Phenopolis the next day. So like I was going to go spend the night. That was the plan. Like that was the set plan. I was going to spend the night, whatever, blah, 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 go to Phenopolis. They bring me back. And then like my dad was like, no, like you can't go spend the night. They're just gonna pick you up in the morning, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So like I was angry. Like I would have been angry, blah, blah, blah. We woke up the next morning and my parents had went to work, so they dropped me off at my grandma's house. And then like my grandma got a call and like it was just crazy from there. But like it's crazy because like I told you like I'm really big on religious and I spent so much time like being angry.
Yeah.
But like I was angry at God, like I was angry at myself, I was angry at my dad. Um and like I'm a believer like everything happens in life for a reason, even if you don't know, like you'll
Mhm.
soon or later figure out whatever the case may be, in God's timing, if He blesses you enough. And I think like I don't know. I just think it was my dad, God shining on my dad and looking out for me because, like, if I wouldn't, I probably wouldn't be here either to this day.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, I lived through him and he lives through me. And, he, like I said, he was like the closest person to me, like at a young age. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So you've kind of channeled that and taken their memory with you,
yeah, without a
memory
doubt.
with you. Okay. So as you come up through high school and you mix this transition to football, at what point were you like, and we've talked about this a little bit, but like when you
Yeah.
realize, like, oh, I'm okay, like I can play D1 and I have a future in this.
Yeah. I think like it really hit me like in middle school. Um,
Yeah.
like in middle school, and I think like the day it hit me, we were having like tryouts and stuff for middle school. And like that's like when Lamar Jackson was at Louisville. So like I was watching like all the highlights and stuff, and I was like, cause I was bouncing around, like I didn't really have a position. I was just playing running back and whatever. I was playing whatever I could do to like win.
Mhm.
So like they threw me around, whatever. But I had never played quarterback, and I was watching all the highlights. I was like, boom, like. And the coolest, like it sounds crazy, but the coolest thing to me is like when like he would clap and then catch the ball, like the cadence was just boom, catch it. And I'm like, oh, that's dope, that's dope. So I'm like, so like I went like it was like 2 days before I had told my best friends I was like, you know what, I want to try for quarterback. He was playing quarterback at the time, and he was like, so I want you to stay at wide receiver. I was like, no, I'm gonna try for quarterback. So I had told coach I wanted to try for quarterback. So like half the trials I was at quarterback, the other half I was somewhere else. And they let me play it, and then like it was just I don't know, it just clicked different for me, I guess. Like, and I had nice people on the team with me too, like guys that were like really nice, but like it just clicked different for me, and I was like, man, I'm really good at it. And then I got to high school. I told you that freshman year, going into that summer, my freshman year, I had broke my leg, and then
Mhm.
I had took some time off, whatever, blah blah blah. It was forever before I like got back into football. And I haven't played a football game in forever, so I was scared, I was nervous, like I don't know. And then like my first time touching a football, it was like punt, first time ever catching a punt. Like I didn't even catch a punt in practice. I don't even know why I was out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caught the punt, boom, rock, bam. I was like, oh dang. And then like second play, like after that, like boom, I like took it 60 or whatever. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm nice. And then like it just started to hit me. And then like I wasn't really getting looked at. And then like my offers came and then, like it just got crazy. Like I got an offer one day, my first offer was South Carolina. And then like that next day, I want to say it was Tennessee. And then like 2 days after that was LSU. And then like it was just crazy. And then like people
Yeah.
would come to the school and I was getting all these calls. And then like it was crazy.
Yeah. Was there anybody when they pull up to the school, you were like, oh my God, that's so and so?
I mean, no, not really. See, like when I got to high school, I was like, and I'm still this way now. Like I'm goofy. Like I do whatever makes me like laugh, have fun,
Yeah.
whatever. He's just like not out of pocket. Like I'm cooling. Like I'm me. I'm in my own world.
Yeah.
Like I go to school like wearing pajamas. Like I wear like pajamas and hoodie. Like I don't care because like I'm not trying to impress nobody for us. So I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, And there, there was one day. I took a computer class in high school, so I'm in computer class. I'm in my pajamas. I got a hoodie on. Um, I get a call. They like go over intercom. Boom, call me to like the weight room. I'm like, dang, like I know I ain't do nothing, but like then I start thinking, I'm like, okay, what did I do? Like, did I say something? Did somebody hear something? Like, am I like I'm trying to think of all the reasons why I could be in trouble. Um, and I get there and I walk in and like I see Duke, like the Duke head coach, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, why are you here? Like, I didn't know. Like, I was like, why are you here? And I was like, dang, I'm wearing pajamas. Like he gave me an offer on the spot too. Like he gave me an offer on the spot, and we took a picture. I was like, bro, we about to send this picture out. I'm wearing pajamas. Like you about to make me look silly, but I didn't really care. But I was like, that's just crazy.
That's funny. You remember who the head coach was?
No,
Was it? No.
I wish I did. I wish I did.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So, as you go through, how did you kind of narrow your list? Like, how did you ultimately just decide to stay home and go to Georgia?
Yeah. So like lived like really close to Georgia. Like we talked about that. And
Yeah.
I didn't really take a bunch of visits. Like I took a few unofficials to Georgia. I took two unofficials to Bama, and then I took one OV to Georgia. Because like when I was about to start taking on my visits, COVID happened. So like everything shut down. So I took like a bunch of virtual visits, whatever, blah blah blah. So I didn't really like have the luxury of going around like looking at all the schools and like really filling it out. But no, like every time I went to Georgia, it just kind of felt like family. Like everybody was cool. Like I felt like it was like where I was supposed to be. Then like my finalists, I think it was Clemson, Georgia, and Bama. And I wanted to go to LSU so bad. Like growing up, I was seeing all this stuff. Like they were DBU at the time. I saw like their extremely highlights. Like I was trying to go be a part of like that because like that was dope.
Yeah.
Um, and then like they had stuff going on around the time, like an investigation or something. I didn't want to be a part of it or whatever. So I was like, cool. I'm just weigh out my other options, and then like it ended up like because I kind of wanted to get away from home, but at the same time like I didn't. But like how my
Mm.
options weighed out, it just ended up being like the best pick because like I didn't really have a good like relationship with the other two schools like I did with Georgia.
Okay.
So I ended up just picking Georgia, and like it worked out for the best. It really did.
Okay. So LSU missed out. LSU missed out. So you get to Georgia and tell me a little bit about that, right? You guys win a national championship early on. Tell me about like that season and just kind of your progression at Georgia.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, so I got there. They're like, my first day of class was the national championship before I got there. Like, nobody was on campus. And like I grew up in Athens, but I never went to school, so like, I didn't know none of the buildings. I didn't know none of that stuff. I just knew
Yeah.
like outside of that. So I got on the bus. Like I'm like, cool, ain't nobody here, and like I'm pretty sure ain't nobody can go to class, but I'm just gonna go to class try to figure out where it's at. So that way, like next day, everybody get back, I know where I'm going. I don't look stupid. So I get on the bus and I like got this app on my phone. I got like this paper, so I'm like this. I got phone right here. I got paper right here. I'm like, cool, we're going here. I look up and like I'm not even on campus no more. I'm like, cool. So I get back on the bus. I go back to my dorm. I get in my car and I drive home. Like I don't even go. Like I'm like I'm not doing it. And everybody get back and it's like crazy because like you coming in off like a team that just won the Natty and then
Yeah.
like so like there's high expectations. They losing everybody. As a freshman, like I had a chance to come in like and play like off the bat, like special teams, like whatever. I had a chance to come in and play, and there were guys there, like really key guys that like came back, like Noah Smith, Chris Smith, like Dan
Mhm.
Jackson, like they all those came back. So I was like all those guys were coming back. That had like that really good leadership because like that's something I learned when I got to Georgia. Like in order to be like a really good leader when you get to like a certain level that you've never been, you got to follow the right people.
Yeah.
And like I feel like those people are the right people to follow. And like man, it's crazy like the way that it's changed too. Like so, like my freshman year was like what I thought college football would be like. Like it was like amazing. Like it was
Yeah.
perfect. Um, and then like my sophomore year, NIL came in and just kind of changed. Uh, and like I think NIL is a great thing. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I think it's amazing. If you use it the right way, like I think it's awesome. but it kind of is just changed the way like football is in college. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
When you say it changed it, right? Like, and we've discussed this a little bit, but like, in terms of when you said, and you've said this a few times, is like your freshman year was like how you felt college football was, right? Like, I'm
yeah,
assuming in terms of like the pageantry and the team, the camaraderie, the
mhm,
bond, all of it. How
yeah,
did NIL, and to be clear, right? Like, I know we've talked a little bit about this offline. Like you, we think NIL is great. You think it's
mhm.
great, but how did it change kind of the game a little bit?
Yeah. And I think like you see it like everywhere. Like it's literally everywhere. I don't think there's a place where it's not like a problem. And I think like the biggest place you see it like is the portal.
Yeah,
Um, like now, and it's just like so different. Like, and I'm not saying like I don't think there's anything wrong with portal. I really don't. Like we had guys that were like they were at Georgia for a while. Like they worked hard, whatever. They had an opportunity to better themselves and have opportunity that they could take advantage of that they didn't get while they were here, and they took it. And like it worked. Like it worked out for the best. And then like you see guys like just jump in a portal and like it's not even like really about football. It's like, oh, who's going to give me this? Like, who's going to give me that? So like, it's just so different now because like it's hard to build a team. It's hard to build a team and have that like bond and like that camaraderie and like all that like specialness that people like that football is really about when people are just like bouncing around from team to team to team. Um, and like some situations are different. Like I said, I'm not knocking it, but it's like it's just hard to have that type of feeling when it's just like one year you're here, one year you're there. Like it's just crazy.
yeah. So yeah, we talked about that in terms of just like where are you an alumni of, right? Like when you go
Yeah.
back to, and again, it's great for guys who, it's like anything, there's good and bad, and it's great for guys who
Mhm.
get into better situations or get an opportunity to prove themselves. But if we're just moving around for money's sake, that's short-term money and it's you're not going to win in the long run,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And it's like your network that you've built at Georgia or some of these other places is what's going to sustain you long after football is. So if you're moving around for a little bit of money, but you're sacrificing those bonds and those relationships, that's going to hurt a guy in the long
Yeah.
run,
You're right.
right? So you win national, what was the experience of just winning a national championship, right? Like, I don't think people understand, when you go to Georgia, and my life, right, before you guys got there, Kirby, it was like Georgia was very nice program, but it was, I mean, I was a baby when Herschel Walker won, right?
Yeah.
So Georgia was kind of like unfulfilled expectations for such a
Mhm.
long time, and now I know so many. It's like you feel like you got to win it every year.
Yeah.
It's hard to win a national championship. What
Yeah.
was that experience even like for you, like winning it as that season and just how when it happened when you ultimately got that trophy?
Yeah. I think it's funny that you say that because um I remember Nolan Smith, like he was going around and he was telling everybody, he was like enjoy it, like this don't happen every year. Cause like me coming in, I'm a freshman, like we haven't lost a game yet, and we're going to a natty, like we undefeated going to a natty. I'm like, cool, like this is how it's supposed to be, like every
Yeah,
year. I'm like, cool, this is
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
happen every year. Um, I was wrong.
yeah.
I was so wrong. Um, but I remember like I can like vividly remember him going around like telling everybody like this don't happen all the time, like really enjoy it. Like like it's not regular. And then like just like winning it was crazy. Like my whole family was there, my fiance was there. Like the like guys on the team, like who I like really like was close with. Like it was just something that's special. It's so special
Mhm,
and it's hard. Like it's so hard. Like it's hard. Like it's even hard to win the SEC. Like some people say it's harder to win the SEC than it is to win the Natty.
mhm.
Which is crazy to think about, but it is at the same time. Like I remember him saying the same thing. Like it don't happen every year. It don't happen every year. And then like my first year, I'm like, boom. Our second year, we get to see and we lose. I'm like, dang, like he wasn't lying. Like, cause like winning was just normal. Cause like that's like the expectation of Georgia. Like there's a certain standard that is like upheld and like you follow. Like whether you
Yeah,
feel like it or not, like there's a standard like that's there. And like it's just so like when something like that happens, like it's so shocking because it's like wow, like
yeah,
it's not it. And I think ultimately that helped me like in the back end, just like kind of learning, because like I said, I went from a team not having no losses and then like I had like one loss. Like I think I lost like a total like 4 games since I've been in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's helped for sure, but like it's so hard. I think people like really lose sight of like how hard it is to really win one for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. So in Georgia, and obviously you guys had such success and not the ultimate prize that you wanted the last 2 years, but you have now the opportunity to go to the NFL. We had NIL at Georgia. How is from the financial part, right? I've seen it. I go all over the country. I see guys
Mhm.
making good decisions. I see guys making bad decisions. Tell me about what you have before NIL, kind of with your upbringing. What was your experience with money? Like, what was your knowledge, experience, and then how has NIL and some of those things taught you? What has that taught you about money and financial literacy and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think like growing up, like we didn't have a lot. I'm not saying like we didn't have any, like we had enough to get by. Um, but like a lot of money was like never in the picture,
Yeah.
like until like tax time came around. Like that was it. Like I was like, oh, money. Like it was a lot of
Mhm.
money or whatever. And then like in high school, I had worked a job, so like that was the first time like I really had like a job at some point. And then like I was always good at saving money because I was like, I don't know if you don't have money and you spend money, how are you going to keep money? So I was like, save it. So, and my parents were like a big deal on that too, like just save it. So I would get my paycheck, I save most of it, and then like I would keep enough like to put gas in the car and like
Mhm.
get something to eat like once a week or whatever. Like, and I wasn't making a lot either. Like I was working for like the bare minimum, like minimum wage. So like
Yeah.
I would like put that up and have like $20 to spend for the rest of the week. So like I didn't really need much either. So like it wasn't nothing. And then um going to college, like my freshman year we didn't have it. Like my sophomore year we did. So like it was like such a big change and like how you saw people like go about it. I think like you said, like some people like and like I don't know preference I guess, but like some people did good and like some people like just didn't like really understand. I think like that's kind of still the case today. Um, it's like you see guys who like know like what to do, and not even know what to do. Like you see guys, and some guys may, but like I know like when I did it, like I didn't know. Like so when I came in, I got my money, saved it, I put some up for taxes. That was it. Like
Yeah.
that's all I did. I didn't know nothing else. And like you had guys doing that, and then like there may have been some older guys like doing other stuff. And like you see some guys like just like they get their money, boom, like they go get stuff, like they're not really saving, they're not really thinking about taxes. And it's like cool. So I didn't like all I knew was to like save it and then like put some up for taxes. That's
Yeah.
all I
Yeah.
so like that was like my knowledge of money, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So how has that kind of evolved, right? So we've had conversations about,
Mm.
yeah, I spoke to your team and so tell us about how that's kind of evolved. And I think to be clear, the most important thing is what you said is your foundation is that you simply looked at it as like, if I want money, I can't spend it all and have any,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Like it's a simple concept, but literally that thought whoops so many people.
Yeah.
They don't have that thought. And that is, I mean, literally that is 80% of the battle is
Right.
what is understanding that. And it sounds so simple, but it's harder to do. So having
Yeah.
that, but as it's kind of evolved and you realize, oh, well, all right, there's more to it than saving and taxes.
Mm.
How has that kind of prepared you or thinking about, hey, with the next level?
Yeah. You really like that really is like because like you said like you came and talked to the team and like before that like I was literally getting my money, I was saving it and I was putting some up for taxes. Like every time I get it, save it, taxes, save it, taxes, like whatever. And then like obviously like my parents like they told me to put some up for taxes and like my fiance like she was like save it, put some up for taxes. So like everybody was like kind of on the same page. Like I knew nothing about like anything, no like
Yeah,
investment, no LLC. Like I knew nothing about nothing. And like neither did any of my friends. Like we knew nothing like
yeah,
whatsoever. And like you had came and spoke to the team. You were talking, like I was like, and, like, I was like taking notes, whatever, blah blah blah. And then like we got done, like you had got done talking because like I was just interested like in like what you had to say, like the stuff that you were saying, like it just caught my attention because I didn't know about it. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
know any of this stuff.
yeah.
And like, it was a cool presentation too. Like you had a cool presentation, and like you didn't have that much time. But like you did good. Like with the time you had, so I was like, it just caught my attention. So I'm like, cool. So we got done, and like we were talking. Like some of my teammates were talking. I was like, bro, like I'm gonna text him tonight. Like I need to get on the phone with him tomorrow. Like I went home. Like I told my fiance, I was like, bro, we had this meeting. This dude came. He spoke to the team. I think I'm gonna call him. And then like from there, like it's just like I've learned like it's just knowledge, and like I think
Yeah.
like, that's the biggest thing. It's just like how are you going to advance when you don't have the knowledge? Like you can't keep moving forward if you don't know how to keep taking steps.
Yeah. I think the thing that strikes me about you is like that. Like the two things are like you have like the baseline of, hey, I want to do the right thing inherently, right? Like just tell me
Mhm.
what to do and I'm gonna show up and do it.
Exactly.
And that's you're coachable, right? On the
Right.
football field, that's gonna blow coaches away. And in every area of your life, that's gonna serve you. So I think that to me is such a testament to you is like you're like, hey, I don't know everything and I want to learn, and
Right.
you're going to soak up knowledge wherever you can get it, which I truly appreciate. And the other part about you is the next thing I want to ask is you have an incredible support system, right? Nobody does anything by themselves.
Hmm.
Your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Starks, right? Tish and Larry, they are incredible people. Tell me a little bit about them and their influence on you, and how they guide you. And then also, you are in a unique position, um, for someone young. You
Hmm.
just recently got engaged, and
Hmm.
Savannah is wonderful.
Right.
So talk about kind of your parents, and then a little bit about Savannah, how they keep you grounded and support you.
Yeah. So like the biggest thing is like God has just allowed me like to have like such a great support system. Like He's literally placed like the best people in my life for me to be able to succeed and like do what He wants me to do. Um,
Mhm.
but whatever that is, like the gift that He's given me, whatever path He has for me, like He's given me the platform to be able to do that, and I'm like extremely blessed. And like my parents, like growing up, like I said, like they're awesome, like unconditional love, like didn't matter. Like they just like knew, and like I don't think like they're I'm not a parent, so I don't know, but like perfect parent, whatever you want to call it, that's not it. Like everybody has like the perfect parent, and like for me, like my parents are like the most perfect parents in the world, like.
Yeah,
And like somebody else may see like how they like what they do and like that's not it, but like that's like again I said like perspective, like and that's
yeah,
cool. But like they knew right from wrong and they taught us right from wrong and like that like that was it. Like we were like it was religious, right from wrong, like whatever. And like they wanted us to have like a better life than what we had. Like and I said like it wasn't terrible, but like they knew like we could have better. And I
yeah,
think like, just having that like system that was like that really helped me just like kind of be who I am. And then like my fiance, like she's amazing. Like I'm so like I'm truly blessed to have her in my life. And like she's the same way. Like we have the same mind. Like she's literally me, and I'm like her. And I
mhm,
think like that's like the like one of the biggest blessings ever. But like she's like supportive. Like I don't make a decision without talking to her and my parents. And
yeah,
like we go through it, and like if it makes sense, and like obviously you, but like if it makes sense and like we're able, cool. If it doesn't, like not like if even if I want to, if it doesn't make sense, they won't let me.
yeah.
And I think like they have my best interests, and I think like that's the biggest thing. Like they're literally the best people that I can have in my circle to help me achieve whatever I want to achieve.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the next level and growing with you. So, two questions left. What are you most excited about what's coming, and what are you most nervous about, or what's the biggest question mark for you?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about? What are you most nervous about?
I think I start off with the nervous because I think I know. The thing I think I'm probably most nervous about is like of what I don't know. Like and like that sounds like weird, but like I don't know like what number I'm gonna be. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I don't know where like I'm gonna end up living. Like I don't know any of this stuff. But like, like it's all in God's plan. So I'm just praying about it, giving it to him, and like I'm doing everything I can to like put me in a position to be in the best spot. And like that's all I can do. But I think like that's the most nerve-wracking thing. Like when you think about it, like because like I was saying, I've been in Georgia like literally my whole life. Like I've been in a span of 30 minutes from home my entire life. Like
Mhm.
I've been here, the farthest I've had to go is here. Like drive back and forth. And like now I might be outside the country. I might stay home. I don't know where I'm gonna be at. So it's just crazy. And I think like the most excited thing I'm most excited for would probably just be just having an opportunity. Like I've been wanting to do this for like such a long time. Like literally the league is like the best of the best. And like I'm just excited to have the opportunity to go compete. Just knowledge, like I said earlier, like I'm just so eager to learn. Like
Yeah.
like every like literally like I've been like having a bunch of Zooms and like I've been like meeting a lot of people in the week and whatever. And like literally like my first question is like how is it? Like I like people hate talking to me. Like when they see me, they hate talking to me because like, I have so many questions. Like I just want to
Yeah.
know. So like I'm just excited to like learn and just like go explore. Cause like it's different. Like some of my best friends, they were in the draft last year and like their life is completely different than it is now. Like they don't have school. Like they don't have like they
Mhm.
have like they got time, which is crazy to say. Like, bro, like we have so much more time than we did at school. And I'm like, that's crazy because like I thought it would be the opposite way around, but I'm just excited. Like
Yeah.
whatever life has for me. I guess it's the same answer. Like what I'm most nervous for is what I'm most excited about at the same time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I know you got a lot of great mentors and people, and I haven't met your sister, but I know just you have a wide network of family support and
Mm.
mentors from Georgia. Who do you talk to the most from that's kind of where you're about to head?
Like player wise,
Yeah.
uh I guess it would be like we got a group. So like Taki Smith, Jamal Bullard, and Kamari last night. We got like a little group chat and we talk like every day.
Okay.
Because like we were really close when they were here. And we talk like every day. And like Chris Smith, he was like my like mentor, him and Dan Jackson. Dan's with me now, training, not with me, but same position.
Mhm.
So like I talk to Chris a lot. And like I said, like every time I text, I'm like, yo, like it ends with a question mark every time. Like they hate texting me because like I just got so many questions. But like those are like the people I'll probably talk to the most for sure.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate your time. This has been awesome. We're gonna do a part two, man, after your
Without a
rookie
doubt.
year. All
Without a
right.
doubt.
All right, man. I appreciate you. Again, this is Malaki Starks. He got combine coming up, then pro day, and then you know what day the draft is?
It is April 20,
It's
April
April
24th, April
April.
24th, April 26th.
All right, April 24th, April 26th. So I have a feeling though you're gonna know where you're going on April 24th.
Me too, hopefully.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
That
Appreciate you.
that was great.